I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. We're doing one of these tips and technique videos for you today, and what I'm going to demonstrate is how to use your alcohol inks on your foil. A lot of us do our foil and we don't realize that we can actually add color to it. We think we're kind of stuck with what we've got. So I wanted to show you, and I've got my little thing of alcohol inks over here, and I'm just going to come in with my paintbrush and I'm going to just start adding some color to these. I have no rhyme or reason on this. I'm just going to pretend that this is kind of a fall leaf and we're just going to start to have fun. I'm just blending in and working in my colors, just making it real fun here, trying to get it lots of variety. Look at that already, isn't that really fun? And I got a yellow here. And I'm going to bring that up on top. And you can even kind of walk your colors in together. Don't, think that there's a right or wrong on this. I love alcohol inks. I always say when you're working with alcohol inks, the great thing about them is you can't screw them up. So that's what I really like about the alcohol inks. And I am using the red pepper right now, and because this isn't a gourd, we're down to more true colors than if we were working on the gourd itself, because you know how it picks up whatever color the gourd is naturally. So look at that, isn't that fun? We have all those fun and different colors, and you just kind of blend them in. You can also take your sponge, and kind of sponge them on a little bit too. Now I wet this and squeezed it so there's no water in it. The reason I want to do that is so it's not really absorbent and wants to absorb the dye all into it if it was didn't have the water in it. But see how we can come back in and sponge right over the top of this as well. And if you have a line there where you need them to blend in, probably what would look better. And I just wanted to show you a variety of colors. I know this isn't as fun at or natural looking leaf, but I wanted to show you how much the colors showed up. But you could do this with a brown, and then that would make your leaf look a lot more natural that way. But there's all kinds of fun things that you can do with that. And you can even bring, if you were doing a feather and we want to do the tip, let's do a darker color for tip color. And I always tell you not to get stuck in just leaves and feathers. There's all kinds of animals and stuff that you could do. But let's try and get this more just the tip color. And I want that darker, so I'm gonna try a purple. Why not? We're just playing. I know that's the whole idea of it, is I want you to know that you can do this and play with this. There's no right or wrong, like I said. But you could do just the tip of that. And kind of like how we have, the birds that have the ones on the end. Or you could even come back in with your liner brush if you wanted to and do some individual lines in that as well. So there is no right or wrong to that. What I would probably do, we've got some fun colors in here still. What the heck, let's just sponge some fun colors back on top of it. That's not really what I would like, but hey, we're just playing. Let's see, what other fun color would we think on a feather? Feather's a little bit tougher. I'm going to try, this is that color that I tried to base coat that with. Let's try and sponge it on. Let's see if that gives us a darker, there we go, kind of a look. But anyway, just use your imagination, play with it. Know that you can use these colors. You can make one all one color or whatever you wanted. If you wanted something that was blue, your foil is going to take that true color. It's not going to make a a greener color like it does on the gourd. So there's all kinds of fun things you can do with it. You also can sponge over it a little bit or base coat it with your acrylic paints if you wanted to, but you do have kind of that texture on top. So I do like the alcohol inks a lot better. But just have fun, like I said, and play with it, and just test it. And that's what people always ask me, can we do this or we can do that? And I said I wouldn't be here today if I didn't go out and try new things. So I really encourage you to do that and think outside the box. If you have any questions that I hopefully can answer, please email me at art@miriamjoy.com. Visit my website at miriamjoy.com. There's all my products there, and as well as the YouTube video link that shows you all these fun videos, and the Facebook link which takes you over to Miriam Joy Gourd Creations, where we post a new gourd every day. Thank you for playing with me today, and God bless. The nice thing about these videos is I want you to feel like you're sitting with me and we're going over something. And I wasn't quite happy with the way those were turning out, so I played with them a little bit more afterwards, and I want to show you what I kind of did. I took my alcohol inks and I applied them directly onto the foil. And I want you to see how it just picks up the color even that much more. And you can either let it dry or you can come back in with your brush and move it around a little bit if you wanted to as well. But it gives it that brighter color. So I was just kind of leaving those alone and letting them kind of do their own thing. And then I like that a whole lot better than the look I was coming up with. On this one over here, instead of applying them directly on with the brush, what I did was I just took my yellow and I put it in those areas where my feather is down. And if you haven't seen the feather video, click over that. It shows you how to make the feather. And you can walk them around with your brush to get that whole area covered, is what I did. I just moved that color all the way around, and it filled in all those low areas. And then I came back in with my darker brown. Let's see if I have even a darker one. I've got an espresso color here. That sounds real dark, doesn't it? And we're going to come in here. Now I say I have the most colorful hands in the business. And what I did is I just took my brush and I just came over the veins. And see, the great thing about alcohol ink, it just expands and blends in so well, and I love that about it. And so I just took this around all of the edges, and I really like that look a whole lot better than what we were coming up with. So now I'm a lot happier. But you could do that with any of the colors. And then I would also walk this up here so it doesn't look like it's stuck out as well. But there, that's a lot better than what I was playing with. And so I'm glad you finished watching this little part, and I'm glad I was a lot happier with the results. And like I said, what I want you to do is just play with it, because there's so many different things that you could come up with. So God bless, and thanks for coming back.